Gangington, we are here live, straight from the underground, Solely headquarters, y'all. No time to waste. I'm booted up off a pint of coffee. Where are you at? Okay? Tune in now. Listen, I'm here with the one and only. Somebody special, okay? Somebody I hold very close to my heart. Somebody who you should hold very close to that flipping credit card because listen, he's next up. He's next up. He's not anybody to be mislabeled. Okay, this guy, he's big shit. Okay? So you better tune the fuck in. My friend, introduce yourself.
So man, my name is Azurah, or Ashura, however you want to say it. That's me.
Well, shit. So, first question. What does your name mean? Where'd you get it from? I'm very interested by it. It sounds dope.
So this is a really long story if you're down for it, but basically, my name is split up into like different parts. So you got the AZU, which this on its own is its own story. When I was 6 years old, my mother gave me an azurite stone. Told me it was from the moon. She said, "You hold this to your heart, and you can make a wish, and it will come true." Shit, it came true. So I was like, dude, this stone holds so much meaning to me. It has to be like part of my identity, right? Then my father, my mother, both love Egyptian art. Like we are like so fond. We have Egyptian art everywhere. My father, when I was born, gave me the Eye of Ra chain, which I usually post on like my story, my Instagram. I wear it every day. I never take that shit off. So the RA is from the Eye of Ra, the god of sun, who some people think he's evil, but like low key, like I was so no, he's just there for protection. He's just misheard, like, and that's how I feel. Like I feel like I'm misheard. Like people think I'm evil and shit, but like on the low, like if you for real know me, like you know I'm not. Then the H, the eighth letter of the alphabet, you turn that shit sideways, it's the infinity. So if you put it all together, I will forever be the person who protects you under the sun and give you wishes under the moon.
Damn! Holy cow! That shit is crazy. That's one of the toughest stories behind the name I think I've ever heard, bruh. Wow. Dude. So when I was younger, I used to read these books called Rick Riordan. Have you ever heard of that's the author. He's the have you ever heard of Percy Jackson?
Those like zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had another series that was side by side in the same universe that was about the Egyptian gods, right? And I never read the Percy Jackson books. I read the Egyptian books. And Egypt to me has always been a place of wonder from a distant past that has such a strong heritage that even to this day, millenniums after, we still ponder and have so much more to go off of. Its legacy is something that I kind of aspire to have, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
everything seems like it's already been done already. We've been to the moon supposedly, all these different things. And I feel like art is the main way for young people to really conquer their own world, you know? So you having that story with the Egypt thing and the moon and all that stuff, that's pretty awesome, bro.
Hell yeah.
What is the significance of... Yeah. Absolutely. That's my goal. What is your goal? You know, like with like what role does art have in your life?
Man, art. So growing up, I've always looked up to artists, whether that's paint, whether that's drawing, whether that's music. Art has always been an element I hold dear to myself because like I feel like art not only is a way of expression, it's a way to get your mindset out there. Like you can't just tell someone, yeah, you can do this. No, you gotta make them feel like they can do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like words and like vibrations mean more than just plain out telling you, yeah, you can do that shit. No, like you can literally scribble whatever. Like abstract art, you know that shit?
Yeah.
I feel like abstract art is probably one of the most cool shit ever. It's like you can make something out of nothing, and that's how I feel like I have been. Like I'm an abstract piece of art. I came out of nothing. I'm literally 17 right now in my room janky ass setup. I got like a broken headset, an $18 microphone, and I'm making shit happen. Like that's how I feel like. So like that symbolism right there of art, not just being something perfected, but something that can be perfected.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like a lot of things in the world nowadays, because of technology, is abstract. And people are
Yeah.
able to give their own meaning, their own spin to things, which is certainly liberating, But it leaves a lot of people who maybe don't have the time to think. People who just go day by day to, like, I don't know, feel out in the open. Do you say, would you say that your music or your art has a meaning behind it? If so, what is it?
Hell yeah, dude. If, one thing I always tell myself before I make a song, unless I'm making something for fun, if I'm doing it for fun, I will do it for fun. If I'm doing it, it's because I want to make art. I want to make something meaningful. Like, you see my number one hit song, Wanted? Yeah, it's popping off. But like, if you really like, there's some of my music has some deep ass lore. Like, like if you were to like sit down and ask me about it, I would literally tell you the story behind every single song. Like Wanted, dude, that song dedicated to my passing grandfather. Rest in peace, man. I miss you.
Damn.
But like, if like each line, unless it's like some like casual trap shit, it has to have a meaning. Like, yeah, like for example, like the majority of the Zombie Makeout album, dude, it has been always about my fucked up relationships, my just not feeling like I coexist with people, feeling alienated type shit. Like if that's for you, I meant that shit for you. Like I want people to relate to me. I want people to like know how I feel, in hopes that they can relate to it sort of, and then like express that shit. And like, or you can just vibe to it, whatever. But like, my like goal is mostly to make someone feel better. If I can make someone smile at the end of the day, that literally would mean like the world to me. Sure, you can like you can hate on me, whatever, but like honestly, like at the end of the day, I do not care about the hate because I'm being helpful to someone else more than I'm receiving that hate.
Yeah, bro, that's an excellent way to look at it. Like you're a net positive for the world.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of the time, it's like in the world where people are constantly battling themselves. Like every day we wake up, and shit, that can be a battle in itself right there, just waking up. And when you're able to accomplish things, and especially when you do things right, you're bound to have some haters.
Yeah.
Um, my next question for you kind of like segues into what you're talking about with being understood and creating that spot for people who really just feel misunderstood.
Yeah.
How did you find your way into the underground space? Were you always into underground music, or did you start off with mainstream and then figure out about it? How'd you get here?
I've always been underground, like since I was like, I think this was like 7th grade, 2017. I found X, and this was when he was like members only volume 1, members only volume 2. Like this was like, I want to say at his peak before he went off to the like mainstream, like what's it called? What was that one song? Moonlight, all that shit. No, this was like he was dropping Ice Hotel, fucking what was the other song? Anyways, this was like when being raw, just having your own like shit into like your music was like basically what was popping, and it was like, dude, I like this. I want to express myself the way he does, and then eventually, when he stopped being like, I guess I could say like radical, when he started being more influential, I think that's when I actually took the approach to it, because I was like, if I want to be someone in this life, I want to be someone just like him. I want to be someone you can go to, someone you can talk to. I would literally stay up until like shit 6 a.m. all day talking to someone about this shit if I have to. Like this is who I want to be. This is how I feel like I'm meant to be. So as soon as I like had the opportunity, I was like, shit, I gotta start from somewhere. So I started on YouTube with like 4J type beats. You know what I'm saying? Just cracking out to get some practice, and eventually, I was making beats on my Samsung tablet at FL Studio in a foreign country, and then like Jay Suzuya, if you know who that is, shouts out. Hits me up like, dude, I fuck with your shit. We should make some shit together. And that's how kind of like I started getting into the underground because through him, I met other people like Remove Face and Universe. I met them through him, and then ever since then, I've been staying in the community. You know, with like Lucy Four, Slur, and all them. Like, I started getting to know them. I'll talk to them. I would love to talk to them, but like, shit, yeah, I've been in the underground since like 2017, basically my entire life. I don't listen to mainstream music because I feel like it's more of a cash grab than anything. Like, one of the lyrics I literally put on my most recent songs, I don't fuck with pop because they don't sing what they feel like, and it's low key fucking true. Ice Spice, she's only shaking ass. Freaking Doja Cat, cash grabbing songs, she admitted to that. Like, I don't fuck with that. I like music where you actually are like explaining what's going through your head, what's going through your mind, like spiritually, shit, even physically, whether that's the pain, whether that's lust sometimes. Like that shit's all natural, and that's like what I feel like should be like what goes into music.
Bro, I love the way you fucking explain that, bro. Cause it all fucking connects. Okay, I had a similar experience with X. I really wasn't a super big X fan until about 2017, late 2017, because I really started to like look into his music and see his interviews, and I started standing him low key. I was like, dang, what's he gonna do next? Because his behavior, some people would call it, like you said, radical, extreme, but I feel like deep down, every single young person has those tendencies to be chaotic. We all have an urge for chaos in a world where everything seems so black and white, cut down to the middle, and at the same time, nothing really means anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I really start to felt, like you said, understood by X in a way that other artists really didn't get. And that was kind of like planting a seed in my mind for what I wanted out of music. Because I used to be a big J. Cole fan. Big. Okay? Bro, wake up in the morning, listen to J. Cole. Go to sleep at night, listen to J. Cole type shit. And he got, like, after the 2014's Forest Hills Drive or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He dropped the For Your Eyes Only album. And I was like, dang, this is not hitting the way I wanted. Like, there wasn't the same hunger. There wasn't the same. It almost felt like content, you know. And sure, he was being honest, but it wasn't speaking to me. It wasn't speaking to me, and I really didn't feel connected with the music. And when you say about things like Doja Cat or like Ice Spice and shit like that, bro, this is why I feel like we have to protect the underground through things like interviews like this. Keep, staying independent as possible, or like if you work with somebody and you go with a label, it has to be an independent label where people have autonomy, because I don't want the music to lose its soul. You know what I'm saying? And because that's the most important part. And you were talking about pop music, bro. I don't understand how people listen to that shit. Like, I can't go in the mall and listen to Macy's. Like, if they're playing the music at Macy's, I cannot. Nope. Sorry. Like, that's weird. Like, I feel like a robot. Like, I don't know. But I know what you mean, though.
Especially when it's overplayed, like.
Sure. Where do you see the future of the underground with that being said?
Honestly, I feel like with people like Universe, Remove, shit, even Lucifer, I feel like underground is slowly becoming mainstream in a way that it still holds its like underground qualities. Like, and I hope it stays that way. I really hope it does, because like what I love about the underground is that it's experimental as hell. You do whatever the fuck you want, and you make it the new standard. And that's like kind of what I like about it. Like you were saying, like dark trap or like social core, dude, that's like it's just evolution after evolution after evolution. It still holds its qualities though as dark trap, but it kind of like gained its own like I want to say like personality. What I love about the underground, you're just giving new personalities, which just makes something new. And there's like you will never be bored because there's always something new, and that's what I love about the underground. I hope it stays that way. And shit, if more people can find it, amazing. If not, good because, like, not like some gatekeep shit, but like I feel like it kind of like needs to kind of stay exclusive to people of that who fuck with that genre. Cause like there's some people nowadays be like, oh, that's not TikTok music. Hell no, I don't fuck with that shit. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's like it's not meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a subjective audience, and I feel like that audience will continue to grow every day, every month, every year, and I hope it stays that way because I feel like this is probably, especially nowadays, probably the most not really talented, but I want to say creative. Because talent, you're born with that shit. Like Michael Jackson, he was born with talent. Remove universe, all of them, they're gifted creatively. They got a mind like no other. And that's what I love about the underground. We don't got talent, but we got grind. We got time, we got effort, we got our energy, we got our souls. We put our souls into that shit. And that's what I love about the underground, because you cannot find that anywhere else. All these people, their souls are locked into like fucking labels and all that. Like, what I love is that we're independent, but we can make shit happen too.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. We have hella leverage over like
Yeah.
the direction of this whole thing.
Oh yeah.
So I love the way you're describing this because I mean you make it abundantly clear that you have a connection not only with the music but with the community as well. You know, it kind of puzzles me though sometimes. Like in the underground, there's bound to be trolling, bound to be some antics, some ego going on. But some people definitely don't have the connection to the music that you do. You know, do you see any threats to the underground? Anything specifically or no?
Threats? Not really. I just feel like the only thing that would threaten the underground is just losing the hunger. You cannot lose that shit because once you lose that, it's really hard to regain it. And that's when I feel like music starts going downhill. There's nothing new. People start shit, depression, all that. But I feel like low-key from there, it's kind of we can also recuperate because like you can be like on your Bruno Mars shit. You sing about what you're going through. I feel like that's really the only thing threatening the underground. But other than that, like unless someday SoundCloud decides fuck, we're gonna delete our fucking page. I think the underground is like really healthy right now, and I really like how it's going. There's a lot of talented people, a lot of new creative shit, and like shit, I fuck with this so much.
Absolutely. Okay. If you could have 3 superpowers, what would they be and why?
Alright, so I'm a big One Piece fan. If you know what observation hockey is, future sight, that's what I want. That'd be one of them, because I'll always know what's gonna be ahead, and I could prevent that. For example, like shit, someone pulls up, I already know it. Or like another way I could use that is usually I always be forgetting lyrics, or like I'm gonna think of something. I could be like, okay, let me just look into the future real quick to see if I got anything planned up. Make that now. You know what I'm saying? Like that would low-key be cool. Another power, I feel like I want to have something like kind of spiritually, like 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 physical contact, but like it's not like physical contact, but to the heart. It's like, yeah, music be doing that, but like, you ever got that feeling when you listen to that one song, you feel that shit? Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
Like if I could like low-key, like I don't know, do it like through like sound waves or whatever, like that would be a cool power to have. Last thing I'd want is just to, I guess, read people's minds, because like low-key, you've ever been with someone, like you see them, like they look fine, but like you never know when they actually be fine. Like I want to be that one person who would just look at you and know, dude, I know you're not doing okay. Would you like a hug or something like that?
Yeah,
Dude,
bro.
if you've ever gone through that, that's like literally the best feeling ever, and I want that. I want to do that for someone. I have, and it's the best feeling ever for both parties, because it's like a symbiotic relationship. Like you guys at that moment are together as one, going through the same shit, and it's like, damn, he knows something that I don't, and it's like, yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely, bro. I totally get what you mean, and that's one of the big reasons I do this shit in the first place. Is just to, I don't know, feel understood myself. You know,
Yeah.
like I treat music as almost like a self therapy or something. Um, and like I always thought music was the closest thing to magic in real
Oh yeah.
life. You know, and
Yeah.
um, sometimes whenever I see people, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like there's almost this block in
Yeah.
front of them. Like I really, I think I'm a pretty good uh person who can like read people, but sometimes like there's a block there. Like I don't really know. I don't have enough context, and if I could just like be there for that person in a way that they're like that they just feel safe, I guess. Like real okay, here's a good way I can explain it. Whenever I be friends with somebody, right? I become friends with them. I try to be one on one with that person and get all the societal shit, get that shit out the picture. It's just me and this person soul to soul. Like no race, no I'm from here, I'm from here. It's just me and this person enjoying the present moment. And to me, like that's the best way to bond with somebody. And at the like also like music is capable of doing that shit on the same level. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no discrimination at all. It's meant for everyone. Obviously, there's like specific tastes in it, but like at the end of the day, like anyone can listen to it. It's not subjected to like a specific race, specific ability. It's like it's meant for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, anybody can make music. It's really just a matter of are
When you're
you
gonna do it.
exactly. Yep. Um shit. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Do you have a story where, you know, like of working with other artists and, you know, like just how we've been talking, just connecting with other people through the music? Do you have any stories like to, you know, provide an example for that?
Yeah, I got two. So one I gave earlier, this was like about like I want to say like 2020. I was what was that 3 years ago? 14. I went on a trip to Panama, if you know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, down in Central America, where my family's at. And then I was like, shit, I want to look start making music, but there's no Wi-Fi. I went to a local coffee shop with my Samsung tablet, downloaded FL Studio, as I'd spend like non-stop after I would be like feeding like the farm animals and all that out there. I'd go crack my tablet open, start making some beats, and I'd go back to that coffee shop, upload them on YouTube, and then see what's up. Eventually, like I said, Jay Suzuya, shouts out, he hit me up like, yo, this is so good. I'm gonna hop on this. Later he adds it to he made like one of his like not really top, but like at the time it was his hit song. Like it hit like 1,000 within like a month or something like that. And I was like, yo, this is so dope. And like I'm looking back at this now, he tells me like, yo, the fucking crowd is fucking with this shit. He plays that song at every single concert. There's not a single concert he has not played that song at. And I've seen like videos and shit that pit goes crazy. And it's like, dude, there's no way I did this in a farm in Central America
Yeah.
with a tablet at 14 fucking years old. I was like, dude, this is so fucking sick. And it's like part two coming in that soon because I need to make like a retro version of that because oh my god. Then second story, if you know Goth Love, shouts out too. This was when I was I guess you could say added to Secret, if you know that collective with Remove Phase, Stazu no Stay, Goth Love for Universe and all them, Myers and all them. Yeah. So I was added to the group chat, and then you're like, "Yo, where you from?" Because like, we love to get to know each other. We want to know who you are, what you're about, and all that. So I was like, "Yo, I'm from Texas." You know what I'm saying? Goth was like, "Oh shoot, me too." Like, what city or like what county? I said county. He was like, "Oh shoot, what city?" I said the city. He's like, "Oh shoot, what street?" I said the street. He's like, "Yo, we're low key like fucking neighbors. Like we literally live like down the road from each other."
Nah, that's crazy.
So, you know what I'm saying? We met up, we linked up. He came to my house. We made a song, link up, and then yeah, it was just like the best time ever. Like we went to an arcade like the next day. We were like until like
Wow.
what was like 9 p.m. just playing like retro games, Street Fighter, Guitar Hero, playing that Deftones. Oh my god, like, it was so fucking fire. And then like I feel like connection like that, especially if it's local, if you can meet
Yeah.
someone local like that, that's probably like one of the best friendships you can have. Because not only are you connected personally, you're connected musically, you're connected spiritually. Shit, because at that point they're like your fucking brother. And I treat that man like my brother, and I hope he treats me the same way. But like I see that man as my brother, so it's like doing this music shit. Not only have I gained respect for myself, but I've also gained like extra people to my family, and that's why I low-key feel like I want to keep doing this because if I can do the same thing for someone else or like have more experiences like that, dude, it's the best shit I can do, and I don't think I'm ever gonna fucking quit, no matter how down I get.
Bro, that's an amazing, amazing story because,
Oh, yeah.
bro, it just goes to show the power of music and like what's possible. Because, bro, having that type of connection in real life is kind of like crazy, and it shows. Okay, a lot of what happens on the underground stays on the internet. It stays on platforms like TikTok, and it's kind of like a bottleneck. It really doesn't go
Yeah.
past maybe even like certain platforms. So to find somebody like that in real life is like a 10 out of 10 experience because
Oh, yeah.
y'all are able to make things real. Like y'all have way more potential than somebody just working over the internet, which is still great, but having somebody in person is like 10 times that.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
For sure. Well, listen, now's the part of the interview where if you want to give any special shout outs, any disses, or talk about whatever you want to talk about, now's the time to do so.
Shouts out Lunicorn, man. I feel like low key, like now we're supposed to be like. I feel like, especially now, like Pirate Gator, shouts out him. Ghoulie, shouts out him. Harley, shit, Goth Love's in there too. We're on a come up, man. Merch is dropping soon. We're about to meet up all at my place. It's about to be time for us. Shouts out Secret, Remove, Universe, Myers, all of them. Shouts out Jay Suzuya for being here since I was 14 when I was in fucking Central America, man. Shouts out to you. Man, I want to say shout out to all my fans, everyone who supported me, my family. Like, y'all for real mean like the world to me, and like only reason I'm here right now is because of y'all. And like, thank you to everyone who gives me like kind messages about my music and stuff. Like, shit, I don't think I would even be here without, not like physically, but like on the internet. Cause shit, I would probably quit like a long time ago. So shout out to you. I love y'all for real. Shout out to you, Silas, for having me here. You haven't fucked with him, man. Go do that shit now. This man, best man in the world right here.
Thank you,
Shout
bro.
out to you. Hell yeah.
Wow. Listen, man, it's been an honor. Every time I come here, bro, like I do these, I just feel like a sense of responsibility and like humbleness. Like I just feel,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. So I get it, bro, and absolutely. Listen, it's been Saintly Silas, the Soldy Man, with another classic interview. Hopefully you gained some insight from this video because truthfully, I mean, really think about this shit. There's nowhere else like it. Nowhere else like the underground. So give my guy a listen, a follow, like, comment, subscribe. Links will be in the description below. Do not sleep on them, all right? Because listen, a lot of this shit y'all claim to be underground isn't underground. So let's keep moving forward. Listen, it's been Saintly Silas, the Soldy Man. And I'm out.